Check 1, 2. Check 3, 4. Check 5, 6.
Good morning, everybody. You're muted. I can't hear you if you're talking to me.
Commissioner Kochmeyer's here. Commissioner Holzman is trying to get up and running. We are both in the Kansas City office today.
Excellent.
Hi, I see Commissioner Hope and Commissioner Cole. Are you with Commissioner Holzman?
He is here, yes. He's maybe still trying to get on, but he can hear.
Okay. Do I need to wait for him to dial in on his own, or?
Yeah, just tell it 2 seconds.
Gotcha.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
I'm digging this cap you got on your head. You already retired?
I figured I'd dress up from my last agenda. So
You did a good job dressing up.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'm in.
See, I wanted to throw it back to when I first started and I still had some hair. So now, I look more similar to when I first was here.
Well, I paid homage to your portrait out at the elevator when I came.
You genuflect. That's funny.
Now I think Commissioner Holzman is frozen.
I don't think I'm frozen. I'm not Elsa.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
All right. It is 12:03 p.m. and all the commissioners are present. So we'll begin agenda meeting for today, Wednesday, April 24th. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. Today we do have some new team members with us for agenda today. Jim, I'm going to turn it over to you to introduce Stacy.
Chair, Commissioners, this is Stacy Henderson. She's a new auditor in our Energy Resources Department. Little fun fact, she comes, had a stint in corrections back in the day, and she also likes jewelry. And I don't know if those two things are connected, but I don't know anybody who took jewelry classes in college, and that's kind of interesting. So, but might want to talk about that correction stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
When I think of corrections and jewelry, I think of prisoner and shank. So just
Keep her on my good side.
yeah, okay, keep her on your good side.
And then Mark, we have Holly.
Well, Commissioners, I have the pleasure to introduce Holly Yancey. She's the newest addition to our support staff team. She's joining us from the Department of Natural Resources, so I think she sees a few familiar faces around these parts.
Oh, I hear DNR is a great recruiting ground for us these days. Emily, don't go tell your colleagues.
All right, well, we're excited to have her, and I think she's going to be a great member of the team.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, today there are 7 tariffs and new orders and 2 other items, including a presentation. But first we need to approve the minutes from the April 18, 2024 agenda. Those minutes have been provided in advance. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Seeing none. All those in favor of adopting those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. The first tariff and new order today is in file number EO-2024-0161 in the matter of the application of Trevor King for a change of electric supplier from Evergy, Missouri West to Osage Valley Electric Cooperative. On November 7, 2023, Trevor King filed an application with the Commission requesting a change of electric supplier from Evergy West to Osage Valley. On November 13 and December 1st, Matthew and I'm Gabriel G.I.B. Good luck on pronouncing that name. I don't know. And Tyler Watts, respectively, each also filed an application with the Commission requesting a change of electric supplier from Evergy West to Osage Valley. the commission consolidated these three case files into a single file. On February 16th of this year, staff filed its recommendation that the commission grant the applications, noting that doing so would prevent further duplication of services, as Osage Valley already has distribution lines on the applicant's properties at issue. On April 11th, the signatories, Evergy West, Osage Valley, and Mr. King, Mr. Gabriel, and Mr. Watts filed a stipulation and agreement that sets forth that Osage Valley will be the sole providers of electric service at the properties. Staff nor OPC were signatories, but they did not object. Section 393-106 gives the commission authority to order a change of supplier on the basis that it is in the public interest for a reason other than a rate differential, and that the commission finds the request to change the electric supplier is in the public interest for a reason other than a rate differential. Therefore, the order before us today approves that agreement. With that, I recommend we approve the order today, version number 2. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Also in support.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Second tariff and new order today is in file number GO-2024-0214 in the matter of the application of Spire, Missouri to change its infrastructure system replacement surcharge and its Spire, Missouri East and West service territories. On January 17th of this year, Spire filed an application and petition requesting that the commission authorize changes to the Spire East and West ISRIS and a waiver of the commission's 60-day notice requirement. Spire asked for incremental annual ISRIS revenue increase of $17.3 million. After reviewing the request, staff filed its recommendation on April 16th and recommended that Spire receive total incremental annual ISRIS revenue increase of $16.7 million. Spire responded on April 18th, noting that it had no objection to staff's proposed revenue requirements. No other responses were received. Therefore, the order before us today authorizes Spire to change its ISRIS to collect the amounts recommended by staff, rejects Spire's initial tariff filing, but allows Spire to file new tariffs with the authorized amounts, and grants Spire's request for a waiver of the 60-day notice requirement. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Also in support.
All those in favor of approving the order, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Third tariff and new order today is in case WO-2024-0195 in the matter of the petition of Missouri American Water for approval to change a water and sewer infrastructure rate adjustment. On March 6th of this year, the commission ordered that applicants for intervention in the case would be due no later than March 21st. On March 22nd, Missouri Industrial Energy Consumers, MIEC, late filed its application to intervene. On April 5th, the commission ordered a response from MIEC due April 10th to explain the lateness. No response from MIEC was received. Commission rule states that late filed applications to intervene may be granted upon a showing of good cause. Without a response from MIEC offering an explanation for its late filing, the commission has no information to consider to even make a finding of good cause. Therefore, the order before us denies MIEC's late filed application to intervene. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Also in support.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Fourth tariff in new order today is in file number EO-2024-0194 in the matter of the application of Southway Storage for change of electric supplier from the Empire District Electric Company, VA Liberty, to White River Valley Electric Cooperative. On December 12th of last year, Southway Storage filed an application requesting that its electric supplier be changed from Liberty to White River. Staff filed its recommendation on March 12th of this year, and Liberty responded on March 21st. Liberty requested in its response that the commission establish a procedural schedule. Subsequently, on April 15th, the parties filed a jointly proposed procedural schedule, and the order before us today incorporates this schedule. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support of the order.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
Also in support.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Fifth tariff in new order today is in file number WC-2024-0291, Mr. Bay versus Kansas City Water. On April 3rd of this year, Mr. Bay filed a complaint against Kansas City Municipal Water, or KC Water. The commission has no jurisdiction over municipal water systems and cannot accept this complaint. Therefore, the order before us dismisses this complaint for lack of jurisdiction. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I'm also in support.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Sixth tariff in new order today is in file number EO-2024-0151 and the matter of the first prudence review of the Missouri Energy Efficiency Investment Act, MEA Cycle 1 Energy Efficiency Programs of Empire, DBA Liberty. On November 3rd, 2023, staff filed notice that it started its first prudence review of Liberty's costs associated with its DSIM for Cycle 1 energy efficiency programs. DSIMs are authorized pursuant to MEA under Section 393-1075 RISMO. On April 1st of this year, staff filed its report of the prudence review addressing the period of January 1, 2022 to September 30th, 2023. Staff stated in its report, during its review, staff found no evidence of imprudence by Liberty. No party has requested a hearing or opposed or objected to staff's report. The order before us finds that staff's report regarding its prudence review of Liberty's costs recovered through DSIM incurred during the review period to be reasonable and approves it. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support.
Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm support the order.
And Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Seventh tariff in order today is in file number MX-2024-0310 and the matter of the proposed amendment of the Commission's rules relating to manufactured housing building codes. The Commission commenced this rulemaking to amend its rules regarding building codes for modular units. The proposed amended rule updates recent editions of the building codes and updates references to the Code of State Regulations. The Commission will seek further comments from interested stakeholders during the rulemaking process. The order before us finds that the rule is necessary to protect the public interest and to carry out the purposes of the statute that granted the rulemaking authority and directs the Secretary of the Commission to file the proposed rule with the Secretary of State for publication in the Missouri Register. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Roop.
I am in support of this order.
Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman,
I support the order.
and Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
And I'm in support.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. In other discussion, today we have our first item is a sunshine request for release of information. Judge DePel, would you please explain this request?
Yes, we had a request from an attorney for information that we had regarding a house explosion in St. Charles. A review of our records indicated that we just had a few emails, and one of which was from information that was given to us from a Spire employee. As such, that information is protected without a vote of the commission to release it. Spire did not have any objection to that information being released, so I recommend that you vote to release the responsive email.
Are there any questions for the judge? Seeing none, all those in favor of releasing the information, please say aye.
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 All those opposed? I vote of 5-0, that is approved. Thank you, Judge. Before we get into the presentation today, after which we will adjourn, I am going to go through scheduling. So upcoming next Thursday, May 2nd, we have agenda at 12 noon. The following Thursday, May 9th, we also have agenda at 12 noon. Monday, May 13th, there's a discovery conference in case GR-2024-0106. In the matter of the request of Liberty Utilities, Mid-States Natural Gas, DBA Liberty, to implement a general rate increase for natural gas services in the Missouri service areas of the company in room 305 at 10 a.m. with Judge Hatcher. Also that week, Tuesday, May 14th to Thursday, May 16th, there's an evidentiary hearing in case EC-2024-0015, Mr. Allegri versus Evergy, Missouri West, in room 310 at 9 a.m. with Judge Steyer. That same week, Wednesday, May 15th, there is agenda at 10:15 a.m. So again, there is a hearing that day, so we may move that agenda to noon to accommodate the hearing. Tuesday, May 21st, there is an evidentiary hearing in case EC-2024-0111, Aquila, Canada, and Drenell Clark versus Ameren, Missouri on WebEx only at 9 a.m. with Judge Riley Friel. Wednesday, May 22nd, agenda at 10:15 a.m. Also that week, Thursday, May 23rd through Friday, May 24th, there's an evidentiary hearing in case EO-2023-0267 and 0277 in the matter of the fifth prudence review of costs subject to the commission approved FAC of Evergy Metro in room 310 at 9 a.m. with Judge Bridget. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to the schedule? I have just been, the names today have just killed me. It's been a rough one. Okay, seeing none. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Emily Wilbur from the Missouri Department of Natural Resources in the Division of Energy.
Sure, should I come up here or?
Come on up. Yeah, we definitely want to get you on the screen so the commissioners can see you as you're talking.
Oh, I apologize. Everybody's sitting behind me. Good afternoon, commissioners. I appreciate this opportunity to introduce myself to you today and to talk a little bit about the role and the work that we're doing in the Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy. So I am Emily Wilbur and I am the division director. I've been with the Department of Natural Resources for over 20 years, with most of my work being with the Air Pollution Control Program and air regulations. Back in 2021, at the end of 2021, I came to the Division of Energy as the Deputy Division Director. And then I moved over as the Deputy Division Director for the Division of Environmental Quality before taking on the role of the Division Director for the Division of Energy. So I started in this position in September of 23. So pretty brand new to my role and wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself to the commission. And then for those of you who aren't familiar with what the division does, I was hoping to provide just a brief overview. And if you are familiar with what the division does, maybe this will be a good refresher of what we do. So generally, if you go out to the DNR website and you look up energy, you'll see that we are focused on affordable and reliable energy produced in Missouri. That's kind of our general overview of what we do in the Division of Energy. But our division consists of two main programs: the weatherization, the low-income weatherization assistance program, and then the state energy program. So the weatherization program is a long-standing federal program where we pass through funding to 17 community action agencies and one not-for-profit to provide weatherization services to low-income households that usually experience a higher energy burden. And a few facts here that I'm probably have to read off. Since 1977, the program has weatherized over 193,000 homes. So it's a great program. Weatherization saves an average of $372 per home every year in energy costs, along with additional savings from avoided missed work days and lower medical expenses. The weatherization program also avoids 2.65 metric tons of carbon dioxide emissions per year for each home. So you can see that this program does a lot for communities and the citizens of Missouri. One other program that we house in the division is the state energy program, and this is federal funding that addresses or is more flexible and addresses the unique needs of each state. So in Missouri, currently, we're focusing on three main initiatives, two of which overlap with the weatherization program. The first being energy efficiency programs. Obviously, energy efficiency, I've always said, is the low-hanging fruit. But I was at a conference and somebody reminded me, yes, it's a low-hanging fruit, but it's also low-hanging fruit that's behind a fence. So a lot of people, even though they know energy efficiency programs are beneficial to them, it's really kind of difficult to change the mindset and focus on energy efficiency. So we are developing programs to help commercial and residential buildings to reduce the energy burden across the board. The second initiative that we're focused on is workforce development, because no matter what initiatives that we start, if there isn't workforce available to do the work, then the initiative's not going to go anywhere. So we try to focus our support in creating workforce opportunities where, this can span trade jobs such as installing HVAC equipment, all the way up to engineering work that designs and develops things like solar panels and wind turbines. So it's a very broad sector that we're trying to help develop those workforce opportunities. In talking about overlapping with what we do with the weatherization, specifically, we're trying to work with our local agencies to develop an apprenticeship program that will help upskill or reskill people in the local areas and move them into jobs that, quite frankly, are needed. The local community action agencies have a difficult time finding skilled workers to help support that program. So we are working with those agencies, like I said, to develop those apprenticeship programs. And I'll put in a plug on May 23rd. We are hosting an apprenticeship day, I guess you could say, we're bringing in the Department of Labor and people from the Office of Workforce Development to talk about what apprenticeship programs would look like. Specifically for weatherization programs, we've invited the community action agencies to come and hear about how what a successful weatherization apprenticeship program would look like. We are, it is focused again, like I said, on the community action agencies, but I would, if you're interested in attending, you feel free to reach out to me. We'd love to have the commission come and see and maybe participate in some of those discussions. Again, just reach out to me and I can get you, put you on the list. We are providing lunch, so you can show up and that's fine as well. You just won't have lunch. So, and our third initiative focuses on emerging and alternative fuel sources, especially as it pertains to the transportation sector. We look at biodiesel, propane. Electric vehicles is also on the list of things that we're looking at. Hydrogen is an emerging technology that's out there as well. And looking at including pilot programs to evaluate how electric vehicles will affect state fleets if there is a conversion. So we have a number of our programs that use current and upcoming funds that are still in the development stage. And as we continue to develop those programs, we try to keep up our website that I mentioned earlier, so that when we get asked, what information is there, we send them to our website. That's dnr.mo.gov/energy. And we also direct interested stakeholders to our listserv. So whenever we have updates, we send out an email blast for interested parties to know what we're doing. And we send them to our website. There's a big green button that we always say there's a big green button. Click on that, type in your email address, and then you'll be on our listserv to get updates as they come out. So that's really just a quick overview of some of the things that were going on. We are happy to provide services to stakeholders, to the commission, and working closely with folks to help build the energy community in Missouri. So I appreciate your time and listening. Apologize for the camera. I keep looking over here, but thank you for on screen as well for allowing me to come and talk with the commission.
Thank you so much, Emily. Are there questions for Emily?
Like Jason's talking.
No questions, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
For sure.
All right, commissioners, any other business for consideration?
Just
You go ahead. Go ahead.
just the USB number. I think it's different from the call-in number, and you'll need to call back in.
Okay. Madam Chair,
Yes, Commissioner Holzman.
it is altogether possible that this is the last time that Commissioner Roop is gracing us with his presence. And I just wanted to say that it's been a fun ride, and really appreciate. I served with the commissioner in the Senate, and I'll just tell one real quick story. I had a bill that created the Urban Agriculture Act, which was going to allow the entire state to take advantage of incentives to create urban agriculture, which I thought was a great idea. Senator Roop calls me into his office and says, Senator, I'd like to remove St. Charles from your bill. And I said, do you have a good reason? He said, yeah, St. Charles doesn't want to be in it. I said, okay. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. He goes, well, do you want to pass your bill? I said, I do. I said, well, sounds like we got a deal. And to this day, St. Charles is the only county in the state of Missouri that does not have the incentives for the Urban Agriculture Act. So that just goes to show the power of one senator. When you're motivated to get something done, you can make something happen. But he taught me that day a lot about being a senator. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you as a commissioner too. And just good luck in everything that you got going on in the future.
Thank you, Commissioner. I appreciate it. It's been a fun ride, like you said.
that brings up, I have flashbacks. So drafting that bill, the urban ag zones, the UAZs. So familiar.
That is absolutely correct. You did draft it.
I have all the context.
I couldn't even tell you why they didn't even want to be in it, but so that's just the bizarre thing. It's like, okay.
That's a good senator, carrying
Yep.
the water for home team.
All right. And I think we're planning a reception for Commissioner Roop. I think we're looking at a date of May 9th. So I'm sure the details and time and all that will come out later so we can honor and or roast or whatever other stories you at that time. So looking forward to it.
Me too.
I would like to mention that who's planning the event for him?
I think it is a combination of potentially Lloyd, Heather, some of our team members.
Okay, I'll double check on the date because Commissioner, my comments are gonna be given on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make sure I don't miss it. So.
You've been working on those for about 4 years, so I know that.
Yeah, I really have. I've got at least a couple stories that I think about often, and one I can't say out loud.
Only a couple?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. No further business coming before the body. I move that we're adjourned.
Thank you,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam
Go
Chair.
right into, I guess, right into USB.